Just Devon talked about the message to men about toxic masculinity. The kid of the 70s, all the TV shows presented the woman as, oh, I gotta have sex to him, that it's a burden for us, that it's not something we enjoy or we want to do. That's the comedic version of it, but that plays a role in how we see it.
I think we have to ask ourselves, what do we need to live freely in ourselves? One of the main reasons why women don't enjoy sex is because of their perception of their body. So even men, 20% of men at normal body weight conceal body parts during sex. So if we're really concerned about what we look like, we are not going to feel free. And as we get older, we move towards self-acceptance. And we're like, this is me, this is my body.
So it's I love that. So it is a part of us growing to become better in intimacy. Like tonight, just don't hide behind lingerie, don't hide behind a robe, just let it out.
Yeah, be free. Yes.
Listen, I have some clients.
Do you know how much money will be saved on lingerie tonight with this advice?
I recommend you do like a nude Wednesdays, or I have clients that do a naked Wednesday, just as a reminder, because you have to feel.
Okay, wait. Let's stop. We're gonna stop you right there. So you're saying on Wednesday?
On a Wednesday.
Pop on the lights.
Friday. Pop on the lights. Lights on.
Walk out of that bathroom with your significant other right there.
Right.
Everybody's free.
Everything's hanging. Everything's hanging.
Yep.
Because you need to be intentional. Every woman and every man in here has to ask themselves, if sex is not good, why is it not good? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to make it better? And then get to work, right? And if you don't get to work on it, then it's going to be the same ritual that you've always had.
One of our producers, I won't name names, to protect the identity of this marriage, but she was telling us, listen, she had a very stressful week last week. She went home and was like, I am not going to ignore my needs. Me and my husband, and she said it released the stress of work. Yes. It made her feel better. And her argument is, we need to treat intimacy, sex, like a medicine. That it can cure our stress.
Yes.
I won't name that producer, but she's in the building. Should we treat sex like it's medicine?
The benefits of sex on health and well-being abound. I will prescribe my clients to make appointments with their partner for sex. And some people feel like that's rigid, but even when we're dating and we go in on a date, we know we're having sex at 11 p.m. when we get home. We're making appointments anyway, right?
Yeah.
And our lives are so busy that in order to create room for fantasy and desire, we may need to carve that time out.
Right.
I think so. I mean, and one of the other things people have talked about is how you can push the limit past some of the usual things that we do. I worked at a lingerie store, and I worked a few blocks down.
Now you don't need lingerie.
I know, I don't need it now because it's Naked Wednesday. But a few doors down, I worked part-time at an adult novelty store. Now, most of the people who came in, I know I heard you laugh. Most of the people who came in were bachelors, bachelorette parties, and they're finding little fun things. But I felt like an anthropologist into the mind of what people were, in a healthy way, willing to explore.
Yeah. And so you've got to step outside of your comfort zone, right? Intimacy means into me see. And in order to into me see, that's what intimacy means, right? And so then there's 4 eyes. Remember, make it important. You have to value it. You have to be interested in it. You have to make time for it. So then focus on the investment and then be intentional about it.
Okay.
So importance, interest, investment, and then be intentional. And be into the person that you're into, and then have them be into you. Intimacy means intimacy.
So tonight, Valentine's Day, you're going to go to dinner, and you come home, and what is the most liberating thing you feel that people can do with their, other than Naked Wednesday, with their significant other tonight?
So I think if you're in a relationship, anything that brings in newness and exploration is going to make you feel empowered and alive. And that's a very personal question. What turns me on? What makes me feel playful? What are my fantasies? And how can I bring those to the relationship rather than outside of the relationship as a secret to really embolden it?
This is a fascinating...
That's foreplay.
That's called foreplay.
That's called foreplay.
Okay, clearly we're going to have a part 2 and 3 of this conversation.